In the last exercises we saw where you can find gscript and gsview and how to download them. And in the meantime I just installed them by double clicking each one and then going through the very simple installation process, which works exactly the same as any normal computer program. So now that I have them installed, I can open gsview and then I can take this EPS file into it and convert it to a PDF that Inkscape is going to be able to open. So what you want to do is go into your programs and you want to look for a folder called GhostGum. And we see it over here. Note that you don't want gscript. So click on GhostGum and there you'll find gsview 4.9, or this could be some other version. So I'll open it up. You don't have to register, I'll just click OK. And the first thing you need to do is open a file. So I go File, Open, and then you'll just navigate to an EPS file, and I have it over here, and click Open. If you get some of these warnings, you don't want to click Ignore. What you want to do is just click OK and go through them all. And then you see you get this preview. You don't need to worry about the fact that some of these characters are cut off. That's not going to be a problem for us. Then you just want to click File, Convert, and you'll see the device is going to be PDF Write. Note that's not the actual file extension, that's just the device that's going to be used. PDF Write is exactly what we want. Resolution of 600 is absolutely fine, and I'm just going to click OK. Now you've got to name the file, and this is very important. Normally with a program such as this, you can click this down pointing arrow and you'll get the list of all the possible file types. You don't actually get that with gsview, so you need to make sure that you type .pdf at the end of your file name. So I'm going to call this Chinese characters converted, and very important, .pdf. If you don't type the .pdf at the end, then this file isn't going to work. It's actually not going to render anything at all. And you could also browse your folders to choose a location. By default it's going to go into the same folder that the original EPS came from, which is just fine. So I click Save, and the conversion happens very, very quickly. And now in the same folder you see I have a PDF. So I can close gsview, and if I now take this PDF and drag it into Inkscape, you get this PDF import settings dialog. Just leave everything the way it is and click OK. And Inkscape, as you can see, is then able to bring in this set of characters, and these are actually each a scalable vector graphic. So what you can now do, you'll see that by default, if I try to select any one of these characters, I just get this box around all of them. If you want to select just one of them, what you do is just double click on any one of the characters a few times. It might take a few tries. And that's just selected a certain part. So if I move this, you can see it's actually just selected one tiny little part of this little character. So I'm going to undo that. If you want to select all of the parts in a character, what you can do is just click somewhere out here, and then you just hold and drag the square around. Obviously make sure that you have the select and transform tool active. And what this has done is it's selected all of the parts that make up this little dragon. If you want to make your life even easier, you can then actually go Object, Group, and that takes all the selected objects and makes them into one group. This is similar to the group option in PowerPoint. So now I just get this one box around this dragon, so if I click on him, I just get this little box around him, and because this is a vector graphic, if I zoom right out, I can hit the Control key to keep the proportions, and I can scale this graphic as much as I want. You can see now I'm at 1.6% zoom. If I go to 100, then you can see that we've actually made this little dragon into a very, very big dragon. But just to emphasize the point that because this is a vector, you can now make it as big as you want. You could do something like go Edit Copy, make a new document, and then go Edit Paste. And you can, of course, scale this graphic down. You can do anything that you want with this, and you can see the videos on using Inkscape for more information on how to do that. You could save this as an SVG and then take it into GIMP. There are any number of things that you can do. But that is the basics of how to take an EPS file and convert it to a PDF so that you can then open it in Inkscape and use any pieces of it or change their size as much as you need to.